Today we are taking Percy to a show. There he is. The cage was made by my father-in-law because we didn't have a cage big enough for him. Right now he's not standing. He's like bending down. But doesn't he look beautiful? Let's see how this goes.
It's about 45 minutes to get from our house to the Vereda La Florida, which is where they were having the Feria y Concurso Internacional del Gallo Ornamental, which in English means fair and contest for roosters and hens, or decorative roosters and hens. I'm sorry, international contest out there. So, and it's such a beautiful part of Riseralda because it's going up the mountain, and so it's considerably colder there than where I live. And it's just so beautiful, the surrounding area. So this is where we set Percy up. As you can see, he has a little friend next door to him. They did get into a fight. Percy is a little hostile, we learned in this fair. So when it came time for registration, it was chaotic, to say the least. And it lacked organization. And I waited about an hour and a half to almost 2 hours in line to... And so here, the veterinarian is just giving him a quick look over, a quick checkup. And as you can see, Percy was not having it. He was not very friendly. He was not happy to be touched. But in the end, he let the veterinarian check him out, and he got the green light to participate in the competition. So during this checkup, I really thought the veterinarian was going to do a very thorough examination of all the roosters and disqualify any roosters that had mites. But I was wrong. Now, Percy does not have mites, but I saw several roosters with the scaly mite, I think that's what it's called, and they just did not look very healthy, and they were able to participate. I think here, because of the setting and the idea is that it's for campesinos, which means for people from the country, like people from the country or farmers. It's specifically an event aimed at getting their participation and really bringing the farmer lifestyle to light. And so they didn't want to disqualify anybody and not allow them to participate. But that was definitely a concern of mine because I keep my chickens as clean as chickens can be, and they don't have mites, and I was afraid that they would get sick. Well, Percy, the only one I took, would somehow get sick from interacting with the other roosters, but he really didn't interact with other roosters, and the rain helped in that way. Like, there weren't a lot of roosters roaming around. People were always keeping their animals kind of under control. So right here, I really want to share with you all the different kinds of vendors that they had at this event. There were probably over 30 vendors, and this is just a small video clip of the vendors that were there. They were selling all kinds of really neat things.
Bartolito era un gallo que vivía muy feliz. Cuando se le aparecía, Bartolito cantaba así. Miau, miau. No, Bartolito, eso es un gato. Bartolito era un gallo que vivía muy feliz.
Here we are at the Feria y Concurso Internacional de Gallos y Gallinas Ornamentales, and it's raining. It's raining, but Percy is still happy over there. He's dry. The competition has thinned out because not everyone wants to be in the rain. So here we are, waiting for them to begin the show, to show off the chickens. It'll be just right over there. So we're just waiting.
So I wanted to show you all the competition, I guess you can say. The first look here is of this gentleman who brought really beautiful animals to show off. And then here we've got another group of roosters, really beautiful. And I just want to give you guys a glimpse of what it looked like, what was the setup, and all the different birds that were present the second day of the competition. I think it's really important also to mention that this fair and contest is really about showing off the animals and even selling the animals. A lot of people asked me how much I would sell Percy for. And when I told them, oh no, he's not for sale, they were really surprised because a lot of the people who brought more than one animal, which was the grand majority, were selling those animals. And people made money that day, or those 2 days, selling their animals and selling the winners of each category.
Hermosos. And now it's time to show off all the contestants. This gentleman here brought about 7 different chickens to show off and to participate in the competition. He was also selling all of them, and he was interested in making connections, a good networking opportunity too. So as you can see, his beautiful chickens, and they're so well behaved. And now it was Percy's turn. And so I put him down there on the stage, and he really was not used to being tied up at all, but we made it.
Te tengo aquí Percy, él es un Brahma que no le gusta salir de la casa sin sus pantalones. Tiene 9 meses. Gracias.
Percy entra en la categoría de exótico. Un aplauso para Percy. Vamos haciendo el llamado a Sebastián López, que viene con Timoteo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the winner of the exotics category, Timoteo. This beautiful white Brahma rooster won in the category exotics. As you can see, all the beautiful birds that this gentleman brought are just of a whole nother level. It's a professional hatchery, and they dedicate their time to raising these beautiful animals, not just Brahmas, but they also had various other classes of chickens. The gentleman did mention that they go as far as to Germany to bring back their eggs for their beautiful birds. So there were several participants and contestants, but I just wanted to show you a few of the different kinds of birds. And here is another rooster.
Bueno, ¿cuántos años tiene Martín?
And so let's move on now to the crowning of the winners.
De la Colonia Alta.
So there were 5 categories in the competition. They had the young roosters, which was roosters under, I think it was 7 months of age. They had Criollo, which is the main event, mixed breed, just your everyday chicken on the farm. And they had exotic birds, which Percy belonged to that category. And they had miniatures, so much smaller breed of chicken. And then they also had gallinas, which are hens, criolla hens. And so it was a very beautiful collection of all different types of birds. In total, there were over 75 participants, which is double the amount from the year before.
Y Darío, Roberto y Leonor, Rubén y Elías, Francisco y Orquídea, miren, observen, para que ahorita nos puedan ayudar porque Sparky y Barbie en razas exóticas. Timoteo. Ahí tienen a Timoteo, el ganador de razas exóticas.
Aplauso para Timoteo.
En este momento,
El aplauso para Fiscal. Aquí está el ganador de la categoría razas enanas, Fiscal. Fuerte, fuerte el aplauso para este ganador.
y la ganadora es Alondra.
Fuerte el aplauso para Alondra. Segunda ganadora de nuestro concurso del gallo y la gallina ornamental 2023, Alondra, en la categoría de raza criolla adulto hembra. Hermosa gallina, vamos a darle un fuerte aplauso a Alondra y a su ganadora.
And here we have the grand winner of the whole fair. This hen's name is Elena, and as you can see, she's huge and she's beautiful, and she took away the crown for the most beautiful chicken at the fair. And so, overall, this was a wonderful experience. We learned so much because this is our first time participating, and we've got to see beautiful animals. But of course, in my heart, Percy is still the prettiest. We'll see if maybe next year we'll take a couple other roosters to participate, and maybe some hens too. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video. And Colombia has so much beautiful culture and so many neat things to do.